Every crypto holder's greatest fear has just been realized. Meanwhile, another financial giant enters the Bitcoin and crypto game. And in the background, something is unfolding that you would miss if you're not looking at on-chain data. And where is Bitcoin's price going in 2026? All of that and more on this episode of Around the Block.
It's been a while. I was in this trade. And the higher time frames were bullish, so I bought the dip. Just like you taught me. I bought the dip. And it kept dipping. And what do you do, Dad, when the dip keeps dipping, but you have nothing left to buy? I got nothing left to buy, and you're not even here. I mean, I blew the account, Dad. And I was one day away from payout.
That's how many crypto traders are feeling right now. And a lot of it is caused by the Bank of Japan hiking rates. There was rumors of this, and the rumors have become reality. The Bank of Japan has hiked interest rates by 25 basis points. This is the highest level in 30 years, and it may not seem like it matters. It's another country. What do their interest rates have to do with us? And the answer is wrapped up in this multi-decade carry trade where people borrowed money from Japan at very low interest rates and purchased assets and equities using that money and basically made the spread for free. However, with the US cutting rates and Japan raising rates, this eliminates that spread mostly and causes people to unwind those trades. If we look back historically, when Japan has hiked interest rates, Bitcoin has performed terribly. It has crashed by more than 20% multiple times following this rate hike. However, I think this time could be different. And the reason is, we've seen a massive drawdown running up to the interest rate hike. I think a lot of people knew this was coming and started to unwind their trades ahead of time. And if you're following me on X, I explained exactly what I thought would happen, and so far it's playing out just like I said. Essentially, people believed that the price would tank immediately when the announcement happened last night, which was Japan's morning. Now, the market likes to win against traders. Since everybody was thinking this would tank immediately, I had this theory that I laid out here last night, and the theory was the moment the announcement took place, the price would spike by a few $1,000s. The reason I believed that is because all these traders were going to load up leverage short positions for that moment, thinking we're going straight down. But market makers are too smart for that. They're not going to let all these people have free money. So what did they do? Exactly like I predicted, the moment the announcement came out, Bitcoin pumped thousands of dollars. A lot of people used 40x leverage, and the market makers wanted to wipe them out before potentially moving lower. Now, at the time of this recording, Bitcoin's sitting right around $87.5 thousand per coin. However, it's about to be 10 a.m., which historically has been the time, as I mentioned here, where the market seems to manipulate the price. So I think if there is going to be a big drawdown, it's going to happen in just a few minutes here. However, it's possible that doesn't play out, and the drawdown's already happened. The drawdown happened from 126,000 down to 80. So maybe that was the drawdown leading up to the rate hike. As people saw the rate hike coming this time and were unwinding ahead of the rate hike. Only time will tell what plays out. And even with all this bearish news, more big players keep entering the game. Here's SoFi saying they're going to launch Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trading in 2026. Let's listen in for just a second.
It's nice to see you, sir, in person.
Good to see you as well.
Okay, so what's going on here? This is a big deal.
Yeah, this morning,
a very big deal for you.
It is a very big deal. It's a big day and a big milestone. Reverses the course of time.
It does.
We've wanted to be a one-stop shop for all your financial services needs, and one of the holes we've had for the last 2 years was in cryptocurrency, the ability to buy, sell, and hold crypto. We were not allowed to do that as a bank. It was not permissible. But in March of this year, the OCC came out with an interpretive letter that it's now permissible for banks like SoFi to offer cryptocurrencies. So this morning we're launching, as the only national bank, the first and only national bank, the opportunity to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana.
Even with the negative price action, the big money is moving into this space at record pace. If you're enjoying the video and you want to learn more about how to harness the power of cryptocurrency for yourself or your business, learn how to earn yield on your cryptocurrency assets and how to protect your wealth long term, then I invite you to schedule a call with me or my team. We'll jump on and see if you're a good fit for the program. Inside the program, we have some of the highest level business leaders in the world, including people who have sold their companies for tens of millions of dollars. This is your chance to get serious about your crypto education and finally harness the power of cryptocurrency. Let's get back to the video. Michael Saylor just came out and said all of the major US banks have contacted him about Bitcoin. They are making their move. And of course, they're making their move when the price is down. They are too smart to buy at all-time highs. The old school Bitcoin money has been selling. They believe in the 4-year cycle. They believe this is going to be just like the other cycles. And because of that, they have been selling pretty aggressively. I do think they will be exhausted before we know it and replaced by new long-term holders. A lot of these OG whales do want to stay in Bitcoin, but they believe they're going to get it at a lower price. That is why they are selling, so they can buy back later. Now, there's other data to show that some of the newer wallets that are large have been accumulating like never before. So the money is being transferred from old hands to new long-term hands. And here's a perfect example. Goldman Sachs discloses, because they have to disclose this, 1.7 billion in Bitcoin ETFs. They are not doing this for fun. They only make moves when they have thought them out very thoroughly. They are not going to FOMO in like a retail investor. They must believe something. And their thesis has to be that Bitcoin is going up if they are going to purchase this much in Bitcoin. And I believe a big reason the financial institutions are finally getting on board is because of news like this. We're seeing regulations come into the picture that will make it very clear and obvious. We're seeing old regulations stripped away, regulations that kept Bitcoin at bay and made the waters very murky. They are soon going to be replaced and continue to be replaced by regulations that make it very clear and obvious and allow big players to enter the game. And if you know where to look, this is not being hidden. They are explaining the price is going up. Citibank says Bitcoin could reach 189,000 in 2026, which would be more than 100% growth from here. I believe they're doing this to basically be able to say, look, I told you so. They're not in the business of making recommendations to their clients that would cause them to lose money. They want their clients to make money. And there are a number of charts you can look at to show where the fair market value is actually sitting. This chart has been circulating a lot, saying that the fair market value is about 165,000. I've seen some other charts showing about 115, but the consensus among these charts is that Bitcoin is sitting at a massive discount right now. Now, can we go lower? Of course we can. Anything can happen. There are a lot of headwinds against Bitcoin right now. At the same time, there's a lot of tailwinds, which is essentially creating this tornado effect as these two winds collide and causing damage on both sides. And Citibank's not the only one with a very high prediction. JP Morgan has Bitcoin at 170,000 in the coming months, not even the coming year. And here's another tweet from Documenting Sailor saying you are not bullish enough, showing the trajectory to over $2 million per coin. Do I believe that will happen? I do, but not for a while. I think it's going to take a lot of time to unfold. Getting to $1 million a coin or beyond, I think could take a decade. But I'd rather have an asset growing at that rate than the cash in my bank account losing 7% per year on average. And I'll leave you with this. Remember, Bitcoin is not just about making money, in my opinion. It's a revolution in the way that money works. There have been so many forms of money over the years, and none of them have lasted the test of time. Fiat was just really an experiment in the way that the monetary system could work. It has never, ever in the history of mankind produced a lasting result. Over time, all currencies go to zero. Bitcoin is the best mathematical money. I believe that wholeheartedly. And if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're going to be dropping at least 3 episodes a week every week to keep you up to date on the news and give you an edge in cryptocurrency.